Just taking a guess. Hopefully that's enough. Find out, I suppose, once we get there. Well, not when we get there, obviously, whether or not I finish the job or not. Now, where are we going to? What field did I grab? Field 39. Where would you be? Close? No, I doubt it. Hopefully I'm pointing this in the right direction anyway. Field 39. Watch me send it off to field 39 when it was actually field 38. I've already done that today. Sent everything off to field 70 when it was supposed to be 71. But, you know, why change your routine?
Well, better that than sending it off to field 17 instead of 71. You know?
Too true. Actually, how close, that depends how close they are. 17 miles away. Top right.
It's end of the map.
Where's my coffee? There it is. I wonder how much I get left. Actually, having the smaller bales might have been a better idea too. Where are these supposed to go? These are going to the animal dealer. Really? I think that is a surprise. Actually, the animal dealer's I think is the only one that takes it, isn't it? What am I doing? I know the animal dealer's here. What I wanted to check, which I've probably got to the end of the road and heading off to the next map. Hey! The best price is at Johnson's Farmers Market. The animal dealer's going up and up in price. Ooh. Hopefully by the end I finish this, it's gone past 53. Well, that might have come down. Meet in the middle. That'd be really good. Apparently the lime station sells hay. That'll be your thing, I think. Your multi-buy thingamabobby. Placeable thing. I know I said it before, but I really, really do hope that Stevie does replace that one that we've got with the one that he's got that comes with the Elm Creek. Ooh. Ooh. I foresee a problem approaching rather quickly in the foul of well, actually, stop, reverse, lift up, in the way of a windrow and a bale trailer, bale collector trailer. Let's go back to you. Oh, yeah, let's go to you since you arrived here. Field 39, which is somewhere. If I bring up a map, that might give me right here. Of course it's right here. This is where it decided to stop. Alright, hired worker. Let's see how much you miss. That's what I want. I want that. Of course, the problem with the hired worker, if I put it on AR worker, which I can no longer, AR extensions, I can no longer rely on, at least it would do the whole field, where the AR worker won't, because if it does a turn that and has to do its last bit in half while the tractor's off field, it will not finish it, which is redonkulous, I have to say.
Redonkulous, really, dude.
Yeah. Alright, we'll left you go. Where have you got lines?
Alright, that's the bales collected. Where do they go? Of course they do.
Alright, so click these two little bits of the headland. hopefully a bale, well, it's going to come out right in the way, isn't it? Of course it is. I can't collect it because it's the big ones. There we go, right in the way.
Oh, I love that sometimes.
That one's not, thank goodness.
Try and drive somewhere and the game thinks I'm still holding the button down for like a good 3 seconds. Hello, ditch.
Did you miss me?
Oh. It's getting late in the day, obviously.
Actually, it's really early in the day.
Right, we'll move this over here. And we shall unattach it. Go pick up the bale trailer. Move that out of the way. In fact, what I might do is I might send it off on auto drive up to the animal, as long as the animal farm is actually on the auto drives list. That's animal dealer is what I'm looking for, and it probably is, but no, my luck of being German. Unless I've changed it. No, it's not on here at all. That's a pain. Right, well, I'm going to have to deliver it, so I'll deliver it now. And then come back and pick up these bales that are in the way. The solid fertiliser is still going, which is good news. Well, it's news. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know yet. I haven't seen them. Contract on 39's finished anyway, so it doesn't matter. You can stop now, worker. Stop costing me money. Hit the brakes. Go home. Do what you normally do. So you get two modes with the AI worker, I figured out. You get mode number 1, finish the job early, go home without completing it. Or number 2, finish the job but keep doing it properly when you don't need to. One day we'll get a happy medium.
Well, if you wanted a medium happy, you could always go to Macca's.
Medium happy meal, thanks. I had a feeling. I thought, you know what? He should have actually finished that by now. He's gone on to the other field. Oh, I wonder if I've got the AI worker. And that's why. The AI worker's actually doing the job properly, and the AI worker... See, if that was a normal worker, they normally stop because they're not on the field. But I think the AI worker carried on. The AI extension, I should clarify. This one. Not that one. That's the wrong one. This one. AI vehicle extension. That might be turned on, and hence the reason when they do the fertilising, they will actually do the whole field, whether or not they have to drive up halfway up another field to do it. What they should do is automatically adjust the width of the fertiliser sprayers, I think, and finish the job. I don't see how that could be too difficult. It says the man who knows nothing about coding, especially AI coding, but hey, I'm going to stick with my statement.
If they wanted to get next level, it should actually look at the width of the field that it needs to do and go, okay, if I set it to 3/4, that should make it nice and even, instead of having to do, 4 wide roads and 1 small one with a bit of overrun.
Yeah, but like course paper won't
Now
adjust
it's
it.
just getting way too complicated, dude.
32% transported from 2 headlands. Alright, so what I can do is I can send you to go back to field 71 that you can handle, that I do know. Is it 71 I'm on? It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you can handle it. We'll find out in a second. Let's have a look at you. You finished the job, not completely. Like I said, halfway up the field if it needs to. Not all the way up the field in this case. Thankfully, it actually saved me money and time and everything else like that. But I finished the contract, made some extra cash, and hopefully I can get another one. Let's have a look here what we got. Contracts given to me. Nope, no contracts left. Right, you can just sit there and enjoy the view. We can. Oh, you're really interesting. The update as well. You used to jump out of the tractor to turn the snap feature off, but it's still on. Right, can I manoeuvre around these bales? Of course I can, because I'm an absolute whiz. I'm the Harry Potter of farming.
Then I'm the Hermione Granger of farming.
Wow.
I don't think I'm much of a Ron. Definitely not
No,
for guy, yeah.
That's wrong. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Fair point.
You are more of a Hagrid type dude.
Yeah, I'll take it.
This is nice, driving my tractor, doing some hay while having my coffee. This is the life, farmer. Oops.
Now if only you had smell-o-vision, right? The smell of freshly
Cut
made
grass, oh yeah. Which is
That's
something
what
we
it's
don't
gonna-
get at the moment because the grass is so dry.
I was about to say I'd come back in a couple of years when the gardener does his rounds. Not years, sorry, days, weeks, whatever.
Oh, that's another one done. Lettuce is not accepted here. I'm not doing lettuce. I'm
Why
doing
is it
hay.
telling you that it's not accepted here? I'm the one loading lettuce.
Yeah, I think it flashes up for everyone.
It didn't for me. That's the weird part.
Didn't it?
It sort of happened ages back. It was you were crossing over one of your sell points and it kept pinging in the same message. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I had that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it did flash up for me before, but not today.
Right, where are we off to? Let's pick up these little dregs of hay everywhere. It's all money for me. Oh, my light's on.
Stones definitely aren't worth it.
If there was only a mod that would automatically turn your lights off for you. I'm almost ready to get rid of that off my solo play as well. I do find it annoying. For the same reason, the fact that you... well, you can turn them off when they're on. As long as the engine's not running. As soon as you turn the engine back on, they come on automatically. Which is rather pointless when it's morning time and daylight and you can see stuff. You were going to say something, Patrio?
I was just going to say the... No, where was it now? I think I've lost it. It's mostly just going to be rant about how people can go out in the dark of night. Like I come home from a late night shift at work, and there's just people going up the road without their headlights on. And I'm like, why? How?
I mean, the how is obvious, but the why is, yeah.
No, the why is the fact is if they got their lights on, the house they just robbed is easy enough to be able to follow them and see their license plate number.
Oh no, because I had some lady pulled up next to a set of traffic lights, and I sort of like flagged down to drop a window. I said, your headlights aren't on. Oh, reaches forward and clicks them on. And it's like, I know it's a lot of cars with a digital dashboard. Some people might not register or realise because, yeah, the digital dashboard lights up, but even cars without digital dashboards, it's like, oh, I can't read my speedo. I wonder why. It's a bit dark out. Oh well.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm so happy that my car has, for one, daylight lights. Those LED strips that go on no matter what, and I can activate automatic light sensors, so it goes on automatically.
I can tell you how it happens. I can only tell you why I've done it. It's because when I've got into my car, the street lighting's so good that sometimes you start it up and everything and you get distracted. And you don't notice because the street lighting's really, really good. So you don't, it just doesn't register in your head. So you can see your speedo fine because of the street lighting. And then you just drive off. And I've done that a couple of times. Go, oh, hang on, I hadn't put my lights on, then put them on. Because the street lighting was really, really good.
Well, it happens to me almost every time I get it from the shop for when I bring it to for the yearly inspection, because obviously they turn the light sensors off because it would go on and off and all the time, and at least twice I've forgotten to turn it back to activate the light sensors, and was driving through the dark and was wondering why I can't see nothing.
Yeah.
Until somebody coming towards me gave me the flashlights, and oh goddamn, I forgot the lights.
For me, I tend to. Well, my car does have the automatic function. It's just one of the settings between low beam, parking lights, and automatic. But I don't like using the automatic because the sensitivity is a bit weird on the light sensor on the dashboard, wherever it is. But for the daytime running lights, obviously they're no substitute for proper headlights, but you still get people running around thinking those will do the job, and I'm like, yeah, but your tail lights aren't on, so no.
Yeah.
As for turning them on and off, for me it's just force of habit. I'll jump in my car, turn the engine on, then hit the lights, and then before I shut the engine off, I'll kill the lights, then turn the engine off.
Yeah.
And it's just muscle memory.
I mean, I can't even forget to turn them off if I ever come against the switch by accident and turn them from automatic to always on. As soon as I open the driver door, it goes haywire. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Like,
mine's the other way around. It's controlled by the ECU, so the headlights, if you leave them permanently on, the headlights will stay on as you shut the door, as you get out. It won't beep at you or ping or make a noise. But lock the doors, it'll kill the headlights, so that way you don't drain your battery.
For some reason my cruise control doesn't want to work properly today. I'm pressing the button to get it going, but I was about to say some words. And those words are, the contracts are being refreshed. There's more jobs there if you require.
oh, all right.
Yeah. And this time, out of fairness, instead of actually being in the screen and telling you and waiting a little bit and then taking my contract and give you a chance to come in and take something, I decided to tell you while I was out of the menu. Which is something, it's something I'll do from now on when you guys ask for a refresh or anything like that. I'll refresh and come out and then tell you that they're ready to go.
Ain't JJ a great guy?
Don't know, I never met him.
I mean, as if that ever was up for debate.
No, small, but you get different. Hello, GeForce Experience again, same time. Don't know why it does that. No, you get 3 different. Well, with square bales and round bales, I think there's 3 different sizes standard in the game now. A lot of more realism added into this game, 22, than there was. Like, yeah, having the different bale sizes is it's a nice thing actually. Instead of needing a mod to do it.
And the downside is when you make the mistake of getting the, 1.8 metre bales and then the wrapper won't take it.
Yeah, that's one thing you
Yeah,
do
the
got to worry about, Dave, is if you're doing baling, silage wrapping, just make sure, what am I looking for you? Just make sure you check, because the wrappers will only do a certain size. I don't think they do the really big ones, or there might be one that does, but I think 99% of them won't.
The ones that are in the game at the moment only do the smaller 2 sizes.
Okay, yeah, so you got to remember that. And same with some of the bale collectors trying to pick up certain size bales. If you download the packs, which is the where are they? Bale loaders, here we go. If you download the Ponzi or the Roland pack, they auto load, but they only take the big bales. So you got to make sure, I think it's set to the middle size bale by standard anyway with the balers. So yeah, but you just got to check, so be wary of that. Now, what I needed to know was what field am I going to? Field 30. Field 30. Isn't that pretty close? It is close. I'll drive over there. Let's see if the hard worker will do it.
In the hole.
Take a right. Well, not right into the sign, just a normal right. An uneventful right. Can I get through the picture? Yeah, I can. Look at that. And we'll start this end, and hopefully the hard worker will do its job. Now, actually, I can check to see which one was actually selected. The normal or AI extension. I'm definitely going to need the normal one for this because of the lack of room, because I also noticed in one of the last 2 updates of AI vehicle extension, he's taken away some of the options of turns at the end of the field. Now you only got the 2 options, I think. And both of them require a bit of a loop or something at the end of it instead of turning on the field, or the one that, the really good one they had originally, which was the one it was always assigned to. Standard, which was a real good one for like things like this to avoid trees and that. He's totally got rid of. I don't know why, so that was on normal. It was real interesting that the hard worker did what it did and normally doesn't do that. Alright, get going, mate. I'll get back to this. Actually, I don't need that on anymore because I ain't doing cruise control. I'm not checking anything. Yeah. Well, have fun. Because there's no, well, there is one. I found one autoloader that will take small bales. So, yeah, if you're like me, not a fan of sticking them manually, eventually get sick of them with the small bales, because there would be a lot more to pick up than big bales as well. At the moment, there's not much of a choice of auto load trailers. The in-game one,
Yeah,
might
no,
though.
with the small bales, I did them once and I picked up like a dozen of them, and then I got the stacker thingy and turned them into big bales.
Yeah, I
I was not about to do that to myself.
I can give you a
Tell you
link
that
for
much.
a mod that does it, Dave, if you're interested, but it's a very, very tiny trailer. It only fits 3 big, middle-sized bales on, actually. Come to think of it, because that's what I would have bought from the shop, is the middle-sized ones, and not the big ones, are they? Or are they? It's either 3 of the big ones or 3 of the medium-sized ones. I was hoping that person that did that, because he obviously did the autoload script for it, because there's no other one around, might come out with a bigger trailer as well. I think it's the same, sort of the same trailer if you ever look in their miscellaneous selection, the very first trailer in the shop. If I bring this back up and line this up and then put the cruise control back on, it will work, I'll show it to you now. So if I go to miscellaneous, yeah, it's like that trailer there, but I think it's roughly the same size or slightly smaller. But yeah, if you want to give it a go, let me know and I'll give you I'll send you the link to the site. You just need to brush up on your Russian, as in get Google to translate it into English. Manually, I don't need all that garbage. I can do it by myself. I can keep a straightish line. I can't keep a straight line, but I can keep a straightish line. Oh, I can't wait to find out how much money I make off this. I think my other one's finished too. Is he still going? He is still... No, he's not. He's stopped. Which is what I'm going to do. Let's go and visit him. Well done, you. Have you finished? That's the big question. You have, and we're out of... Ooh, that's it for the contracts. But the good news is I'm up 80 grand. I'm going to get 20 grand for doing this. Then I've got all the overhang for the bales. I don't know what the price is going to be like actually for the bales. Maybe I should look at the graft and see which end of the scale, high or low, it is for this time of the month, April. But hopefully I can get rid of my loan, and then I can just concentrate on saving up towards my first piece of land, my first house. And then from then I will probably get another loan, and or not actually. I need to buy some fields. I've got to come up with a strategy. I've got one part of my strategy on what I'm going to do to make money on. And as I'm playing through, and one of my playthrough now is I'm getting more strategies that I might try. And there goes me voice again with the croakiness. Kermit the Frog is revisited. Problem with he's out of a job. He lost his house and everything, needs a place to stay, and apparently my throat was the ideal place.
JJ ate a clown for breakfast. It's Mr. Funnyman today.
Yeah. Pedal's Pity Party Clown, whatever his name is. I'll start singing Loyal in a second. That's a reference for only people who've seen that video, by the way. I think that's the name of the clown that sings it. Still a bit sore about missing out on a lot of contracts because of the AI worker. Very disappointing. What's even more disappointing about the AI worker and its lack of ability is that with the fields, this is Giant's map. I mean, I could slightly get it if it wasn't Giant's map. DI obviously didn't take a big enough turn there. With field definitions, you could argue that the field definitions wasn't set right by the map modder, which would be the first thing that would come to my mind as the reason why the AI worker was struggling on fields. But however, these are Giants maps.
Yeah, one would expect that at least here the helper monkey works flawlessly, right?
Yeah. And I understand that AI programming is a rather specialist, whatever it is, the word I'm looking for. Maybe I have a alphabet
Specialist field.
Specialist field, thank you, yeah, ironically, even with farming. Maybe I should have some alphabetic soup for dinner. Maybe that'll help me with the vocabulary tomorrow. What was I trying to say? Yeah, I get that, but and I also can get that people that do that are really good at it, can charge quite a bit of money for their work. But we've all seen the figures on the sales of this game, so we know they've got quite a bit of money compared from 17 to 19 to 22, but they can afford someone who's rather good in their field of AI programming.
I would assume at least, right?
I mean, after all, SCS did that. They used to have one person do it, and then they actually brought in someone who went and learnt it at university. And now look at that. The AI car's still useless. It still sucks. But the point is they made an effort. Didn't make a difference, but they made an effort. Actually, it's a lot better than it used to be, but they still suck. Actually, I find with, maybe it's a mod thing, because I find with ATS, which I've got less mods on, they tend to work a bit better, the AI. They tend to stop a bit more often, instead of just driving into you as they want to get into the highway or the motorway or the byway or the freeway or the interstate or the main line, whatever term you want to use, but either way, it's still the same thing. Where in ETS, they're always constantly driving into me when they go onto the motorways.
It's the fact that the AI traffic is hewn from granite blocks is what annoys me.
No more contracts to be done.
Yeah, I know. I said that before.
I'm ready for a sleep.
Are you? Good for you.
Looks like Patrio's too.
You don't speak for Patrio.
Yeah, but I do say that majority rules.
You don't speak for Patrio either.
Well, if I can't do that, I'll go to some corporate espionage.
Yeah, it just gives us a call and just go. I'll be right with yous. Bastard. Oh, wasn't I muted? Damn it. I suppose good news is we get to use the wheel, don't we? Because I've only got the one contract myself. Let's just take a look at the contract situation here. So at least can grab one. The only thing is, I just when you said that, I just finished bailing up. All I've got to do is collect them up now. Let's see what we got. Now we've got a plethora of options here. Let me just peruse those options. What do we got? We got
A
lot of spraying.
Those are quite.
And a lot of fertilizing.
A lot of spraying and quite a bit of fertilizing, yeah.
All right. Well,
it's real time, isn't it?
It is. Yes, it is. 4:31 is the real time. Hold your laughter. Hold your laughter. Right. What am I looking for?
You really did have a clown for breakfast today, dude.